Let me introduce myself. My name is Devy, English Education C 2021. In this video, I will explain about a short story with the title is I Stand Here Learning, and the writer is Tilly Olsen. In the years 1956, American literature, and the biography of Tilly Olsen. Tilly Olsen was born January 40, 1912, Wahoo, Nebraska, U.S., and died at January 1, 2007, age 94, Oakland, California, U.S. Occupation is author. Story of personal life. Olsen was born to Russian Jewish immigrant parents Samuel and Ida Lerner in Wahoo, Nebraska. The family moved to Omaha while she was a young child. There she attended light school in the north side through the 8th grade, living among the city's Jewish community. At age 50, she dropped out of Omaha High School to enter the workforce. Over the years, Olsen worked as a waitress, domestic work, and meat trimmer. She was also a union organizer and political activist in the social community. In 1932, Olsen began to write her first novel, Unondia. The same year, she gave birth to Carla, the first of her daughters. In 1933, Olsen moved to California, where she continued her union activism. In the 1930, she joined the American Communist Party. She was briefly jailed in 1934 while organizing a packing house workers union. The church was making loud and unusual noise, an experience she wrote about in The Nation, The New Republic, and Partisan Review. She later moved to San Francisco, California, where in 1936 she met and lived with Jack Olsen, who was an organizer and a longshoreman. In 1937, she gave birth to her second child, her first child with her future husband, Jack Olsen, whom she married in 1944 on the eve of his departure for service in World War II. San Francisco remained her home until her 85th year, when she moved to Berkeley, California, to a cottage behind the home of her youngest daughter. Olsen died on January 1, 2007 in Oakland, California, with the age 94. Literary works of Tilly Olsen are Tell Me a Riddle, Leprechaun, 1961, reprint, Rutgers University Press, 1995. Unondia from Turkey, Delacorte, 1974, reprint, Delta, 1989. Silences de la Court 1978, reprint del 1989, reprint de Feminist Press 2003, Tell Me a Riddle, Requa I, and Other Works, University of Nebraska Press 2013. Synopsis of the story. During World War II, Emily helps her mother care for a growing household and has trouble keeping up with her studies. Emily's life changes when she puts on a comedy act for a high school talent show. Suddenly she is popular and appears at other schools and venues with her act. Similarities of personal life. Tilly Olsen with the short story I Stand Here Ironing. In the story and the author, both of them have been married twice. The first marriage was left by her husband. After that, she remarried. Analysis character. 1. The narrator is a young single mother during the difficult years of the Great Depression. After her first husband left her, she struggled to work and raise Emily alone. She eventually remarried and had 4 more children as she adjusts to a more stable life. She looks back on her earlier years and the challenge she faced as a mother. Her guilt about the lack of attention she gave Emily growing up was palpable. 2. Emily, the narrator's 90-year-old doctor, who an unnamed person says needs help. Emily was the oldest child in the family, a beautiful baby who had grown slender and sickly as a child. She had just entered womanhood and displayed the beauty and grace that would mark her adulthood. 3. Susan, the narrator's approximately 14 years old doctor, chubby, blonde, and curly-haired. Susan is an articulate and self-assured child. 4. Ronnie, the narrator's infant son and one of her 5 children. Ronnie cries and interprets the narrator's meditation on Emily's life. He represents a fresh start and the hope of the future. The opportunity for the narrator to right the wrongs of the past. 5. Bill, the narrator's second husband. Bill is mentioned only in passing as a limited presence in the family. Analysis story. 1. Initial situation. While ironing, a mother thinks about her doctor, a counselor or teacher, asks the narrator for some insight into her doctor. This question prompts the narrator to reflect on her doctor's life. 2. Conflict. The mother struggles to make ends meet when her doctor is burned. The narrator thinks back the circumstances of Emily's birth. The narrator was 19 at the time, and the father had left them. The narrator sought work while leaving Emily in the hands of not so caring babysitters. 3. Complication. The narrator remarries, but Emily still has trouble fitting in. The narrator's remarriage brings more stability and more children into their lives, but Emily continues to be plagued with health problems and has trouble keeping up in school. 4. Climax. As a teenager, Emily reveals a talent for comedy on a whim. Emily puts on a comedy act for her high school talent show, and the audience loves it. All of sudden, all of sudden, it seems as if Emily is getting all the attention she had never refused as a child. 5. Suspense. Emily interrupts the narrator while she is thinking. At this point, the narrator's reflections are interrupted by Emily herself, who has returned home. Emily's flippant attitude toward her education contrasts with the promise she displays as a performer. And number 6, denouement. Emily goes to bed while the narrator continues to ironing. The narrator continues her ironing as well as her reflections about her doctor. The fact that there seems to be no progress in the narrator's thoughts and actions suggests that she hasn't come to any conclusion about her doctor's life. Number 7. Conclusion. The narrator asks two imaginary persons she's having a conversation with to help Emily. This ending is pretty inclusive. The narrator still hasn't resolved her conflicting feelings about Emily. She isn't sure if Emily will ever fulfill her promise, or if she will let her talent go to waste. She ends her imaginary conversation with Emily's teacher by asking the teacher to help Emily realize her potential. Message of the story. In I Stand Here Irony also suggests the role of selfless mother that society expects women to appearance is actually an obstacle to any kind of successful self-discovery. Rather than help women achieve self-actualization, motherhood actually strands women in lives laden with toil and excessive responsibility.